Ladies and gentlemen, straight from the heart of West Palm Beach, Florida, it's TKA Tonight with your host, Ryan Cavanagh, featuring special guests, Miss Heidi Martin, Scroggins, and a special music performance from the Annie Matot Jazz Quintet. And here he is now, your host, Ryan Cavanagh!
An amazing crowd we have here. Please have a seat. We are so glad to have you here. Just by a show of hands, how many people are here tonight? Wow, just about everybody. Well, that's more than Jack and I ever expected, and we are just so thankful to have you here. Now, tonight is a monumental moment here at the King's Academy. This, TKA Tonight, has been a dream of mine for nearly a day now, and so to be up here is truly exciting. Tonight, it is not only an honor to be up here, it is a contractual obligation. Yes. I, of course, cannot be up here on my own, so I want to take a moment to thank our amazing crew, our writers, our producers, our art team, and the rest of our crew. I also want to take a moment to thank our incredibly talented band. Yeah. The band is led by one of my closest friends.
Ethan,
yes, Ethan, yes. And of course, the rest of the band, they all have lovely names too. I also want to take a moment to thank my parents. I, of course, know their names, Mom and Dad. But I really couldn't be here tonight without them. So, Mom, Dad. Mom, Dad, thank you for driving me here tonight. Lastly, I want to thank our announcer and my best friend, Jack Walter. Now, I chose Jack because he truly is the best.
Thanks, Ryan.
Best with timing. But Jack is one of the funniest guys I know, and I am just so thankful to have him up here with me. So give it up for Jack.
Yeah, thanks, Ryan. You know, I would just really like to say
Tonight is the first ever episode of Late Night here at the King's Academy. Now, we want to create an authentic late night experience for you. So you might see some familiar games, styles, jokes from some of the great late night hosts, from Johnny Carson to Conan O'Brien to the current Tonight Show host, Jimmy Fallon. Now, our crew has been working incredibly hard to put this show on for you. And if I could just use one word to describe our crew, it'd be professional. They have been working so hard.
No, I'm not busy. No, he's just doing his thing in the spotlight. You know how it is. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
Jack.
Yep.
Seriously?
I'll call you back. Yeah.
Thanks, Jack. Well, Jack, can you believe that this is our first time hosting Late Night?
Yeah, I can.
Thanks, Jack. Well, we've got a great show for you tonight. Plenty of special guests, games, and a musical performance from Annie Matot. So make sure to stick around, and we'll be right back. And we are back, and I'm here with our announcer, Jack Walter. And Jack and I were just talking during the break, and we were kind of reflecting on how we've gotten to spend a lot of time together, just working on this project, and it has just been so much fun. I don't know how you felt about it, but I've just loved working with you.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's been so great, getting to hang out with Ryan, working on this for the past couple days. I'm going to be honest. I was a little nervous to be here tonight, but hanging out with Ryan has really given me a great opportunity to work on my fake laugh.
Well,
because of certain,
Well, that's not really what I was asking. I was more saying, well, actually, Jack has the funniest way of telling this story. We came up with the show together, but every time Jack tells the story of how we came up with the show, it's hilarious. Jack, I don't do it justice. Jack, you tell it. It's so funny the way he tells it. Just.
Thanks, Ryan. So one day, Ryan and I, we were talking, and if you know Ryan, he has this desire and kind of need to be loved.
I don't know about that.
So when I said, well, Ryan, why don't we do like a Tonight Show, with a live audience? And he of course loved it because he would get to be the host.
Well.
We talked about it, and I was joking at first, but Ryan took it seriously, and he pitched it to Studio 70, and somehow they said yes. We did it. Are doing it right now. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Well, it was much funnier when he told it to me during rehearsal. I want to just correct something you said there. You said I have a need to be loved. It's not really a need, okay? It's more just like I like to be loved.
Right. And I'm probably, one of the people who truly understands Ryan's sense of humor, and really got to learn a lot about him. But that being said, Ryan's not actually that funny. So that's why you may have noticed we have the laugh signs here to kind of help out with Ryan.
What?
What?
We have laugh signs?
Yeah.
But not during the monologue.
Well, some of them they actually laughed, but others, they needed a little help.
Our first guest is one of the most popular Algebra 2 teachers here at TKA. And she recently was featured in the King's Academy's first ever feature-length film, The Fountain of Youth. Would you please join me in welcoming Mrs. Heidi Martin? Yes, have a seat, Mrs. Martin. Please take a drink. We are so
Thank you.
Very excited to have you here. Mrs. Martin, when we were first talking about this show, we said, who in the world are we going to have on? And everyone immediately said, Mrs. Martin, we need her on. And here you are.
Well, I'm very flattered, and congratulations on the show, both of you.
Thank you so much.
It's an amazing thing you're doing.
I wanted to ask you, I know you recently made an announcement that you will no longer be teaching here next year. You will be moving to a new role.
Yes.
How did you come to that decision, and also what is this new role?
Okay, so I am retiring from teaching, and I am going in, but I'm still going to be around. I'm going into a different role, which is my husband's executive assistant. And, thank you, that's my husband.
So you'll be spending every hour with him.
Yeah, yeah, so we discussed it a lot and prayed about it and discussed some more. And we decided that 27 years of marriage can handle that, right? I do get the feeling, though, that some faculty staff are like taking bets.
Well,
and I'm just like, oh no.
Not just faculty and staff.
It's going to be great. I am looking excited. New challenge, but I am still doing Key Club, so.
Well, that is awesome, and I know you're going out your final year. I noticed your name is on the chaperone list for the senior trip. Sorry.
Yes, senior trip.
So I guess you're going out with a bang, right? Or well, no, I don't want to say that because you are afraid of flying.
Ryan,
you do know that it's a long flight to Hawaii.
Yes, I know, Ryan. I know it's a long flight. Thank you.
So how did this, for our audience, how did this fear of
Well, I'm sure I'm not the
develop?
only one here who has a little bit of a fear when you fly, but
Well.
I have reason. I have reason because a lot of bad things happen to me when I am not on the ground. Not the least of crashing in a hot air balloon. So I think that if anyone is validated and taking some medication, it would be me to get onto an airplane.
Of course. Well, is there a certain experience that triggered this, or is it just...
Well, no, the hot air balloon
Hot air
triggered
balloon,
it.
yeah.
But
You brushed
then,
over that pretty quickly.
We're not going to go
I don't know how often you're in a hot air balloon.
We're not...
No,
We're
it's
not
fine.
going to
Move
go
on.
into details, but there's other things that happen. And the one that triggers the senior trip issues is because it happened on the senior trip.
Oh, a past one.
Yes, a couple years ago, just real quick, because you're like, what now? But people who've been in my class, they know this story. So basically, on the senior trip, there's 2 planes. And my husband was also chaperoning that trip. And I said, well, we cannot go on the same plane, because if it goes down, then Kyle, my son, is going to be an orphan. And I do not want him to be an orphan. Good mom.
Yeah.
Okay, so then he goes on the other plane. Thank you.
True. Yeah.
Thank you. Anyway, he goes on the other plane. I go on my plane. I have to take the medication. He's not there at my side. So the other chaperones take care of me. They get me in my seat. They buckle me up. I'm like, okay. The people who are laughing are probably the ones taking the medication. Anyway, I'm sitting here. I have my phone. I have my earphones in. I'm watching a movie because I said I'm just into deep breathing. I'm in La La Land, and I'm watching this rom-com. The plane starts. And it starts taxiing and taxiing, getting ready to take off. I'm feeling the rumble of the plane. It starts the incline. We're in the air. But unfortunately, I picked a movie that had a plane scene at the same time. And the plane scene wasn't going well. And on here, with the phones, with the loopy, the masks fall down. I think it's happening. I scream on the airplane, and I'm reaching for the masks. I'm like, ah! And I grab the person next to me, and I put my head in there, and I'm just like, ah! This is like all over. And then she's like, oh my goodness, what's wrong? Everybody around me is like, what? And then seniors with phones. And I'm just like, After I come around and calm down a little bit, I realize what's happening. She realizes what's happening. Stewardesses aren't there because we're still doing this. And so I realize that. Afterwards, we're getting off the plane. People are saying, who was the screamer? What happened? I'm just like, oh, geez. And I don't like to have stories about me. People think I might like to have stories about me, but I don't. And I don't want that to happen this year.
Well,
I don't. There's no reason to clap. We don't want to encourage it.
You know, you mentioned that seniors always have iPhones, and they videoed it, and that's so funny because I think we have a clip.
No.
No. I'm joking.
Funny guy.
But you know, we want to calm you down, Mrs. Martin. So I think Jack, you have the statistics. Yeah,
I do. I honestly, I wouldn't worry. Last year there was only 176 aircraft-related fatalities. So if you compare that to the amount of people in the world,
that's a
really
pretty good
not that
ratio.
bad.
So
Well,
no
thanks, Jack.
need to worry, Mrs. Martin. Now, I want to change the subject
Okay,
here for a
good.
second. I hear often a lot of students refer to you as the teacher to go to for love advice.
Woo! Yeah.
I don't know that I agree. What is it? Maybe 3, 4, 5 times you've failed me now?
Okay. In my defense, when people approach me, I am dealing with an inexperienced dater. Okay, so we can only do what we can do with that, what I'm given. So we go over strategies, we go over people, we go over
I'm one of those
You know what I'm
students.
talking about. What?
I'm one of those students.
Well, I know, but I think it's working out good for you now.
Well, that's true.
Okay,
That's
practice
true.
makes perfect.
I've also heard, being in your algebra class, you talked about it one period that you wanted to create, what was it, a dating app, dating service, a King's Academy dating app? Was that what it was?
Okay,
You would pair
listen.
them.
Yes. Okay, so there was this one class period, which might be why I have to retire. I don't know. But there was this one class period where we did take the class period to discuss what it would be like if everybody at TKA could come out of their shells, and maybe we could like set them up with each other. So I took questions from the class. I'm writing them on the board. I compile all these questions. I'm like, this is a great idea. Everybody in class was on board, okay? And then I go home. I tell my husband, I'm like, this is a great idea. Listen to my idea. He listens. It was like a half-hour explanation. And I'm like, so you think I should do it? And he's like, no. And I'm like, why? I don't understand. I kind of want to do it.
It does seem kind of inappropriate. Mrs. Martin, you recently had your debut on the big screens in Studio 70's first feature-length film, The Fountain of Youth.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, I obviously had a big part in that film. I co-directed on it, but I want to hear more about your experience because I haven't really talked to you about that. What was it like working on, this film, and how'd you like it?
Well, I loved working with the kids. I mean, I loved the whole thing. It was the highlight of my summer, and let me just tell you this. If you're ever approached by a film student or faculty and say, please be in our short, our morning announcements, our film, anything, just say yes, because it is such an amazing experience to watch these kids shine and take the lead on certain things that they're working on, and they each have like just mad respect for each other. It's just an amazing thing. Studio 70 is where it's at on the TKA campus, I'd have to say.
Thank you. I cannot disagree with you there. Mrs. Martin, I think we actually might have a clip of you in The Fountain of Youth.
Oh.
This is real. Let's take a look at Mrs. Martin in Studio 70's The Fountain of Youth.
Mom, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I think I can save you. That note you gave me, it might lead to the Fountain of Youth.
All right then, off you go to save me.
I'm serious. Think about it. The timing of everything, maybe it's fate or something.
The only things fated are death and taxes, Benjamin Franklin.
If there's even the smallest chance of it being real, it's worth a shot.
What makes you think that I'm opposed to what's happening to me? We're all given some time. And sooner or later, it's used up. There's no sense fighting it. Your father learned that lesson. Besides, I'd much rather have you here with me. Who else am I going to make fun of so easily?
That was Mrs. Martin in The Fountain of Youth. If you haven't checked it out, it is on the King's Academy YouTube channel. You were great. That was amazing. Yes.
Thank you.
That is so awesome. Mrs. Martin, I am so glad to have you as our first guest, and I think we're going to play a game after the break, so make sure to stick around, and we'll be right back.
Thank you.
What a rare mood I'm in. Why, it's almost like being in love. There's a smile on my face for the whole human race, and it's almost like being in love. All the music of life seems to be a bell that's ringing, but it's ringing on me. From the way that I feel when that bell starts to ring, I would swear I was falling. I would swear I was falling. But it's almost like being in
Welcome back. I'm here with Mrs. Heidi Martin, and we're going to play a game, but doesn't look like you really have anyone to compete against. But thankfully, I know just the guy. He is a star football player and recently took to performing on this very stage. I think we all know who I'm talking about. Please welcome Stephen Scroggins.
Give me a hug, girl.
girl.
Wow. Jack, yeah, why don't you
See you, Jack.
get the box? That'd be great. Now, the rules of the game are simple. We will be playing What's in the Box.
Okay.
We'll have a box brought out here with an item inside it. The item could be anything. Anything.
All right.
You will each reach a hand inside the box without looking, and the first to figure out what is inside the box wins. Are there any questions?
I mean, what's going to be in the
Great.
box? Is gonna be, okay.
Let's bring out the first box. And Mrs. Martin and Stephen, if you would step up and each place a hand inside the box. First one to guess what is inside the box wins.
All right, I wasn't nervous, but now I am.
Well, it'll make a boring show if you don't put your hand in, so.
Okay. Right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I don't like.
What is
Oh, that's
that?
your hand. Okay.
No, that's not my hand.
Is this alive?
It's like it's foam.
No, that's your hand, Miss Martin.
No, you're not touching my hand
I
at
did
all.
earlier. Okay.
Oh,
All right. Let's actually try to play a game. Okay. That is your hand.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, yeah.
is it just like a plant?
This is food.
No,
My
it's-
hands are sticky.
Is it bread? Is it bread?
It's not bread. This would be very sticky bread. All right, so
It's a bowl of
it's coming apart. I think this is, it's like dried up cotton candy.
That's it.
Is that right?
That is correct.
You're so good at this.
Thank you.
That's incredibly impressive, Stephen. We'll bring out the second box now. So 1 point for Stephen and Mrs. Martin.
I am
good
really
effort.
actually really impressed with that.
Get some, it's good.
Mrs. Martin and Stephen, if you're ready,
Okay,
please
I'm gonna win
place a hand
Okay.
into the box.
I really hope it's not like something dangerous.
What happened?
It's not, it's just like, oh.
Oh wait,
Ooh.
took my hand out.
Okay.
Took my hand out. I cheated. I cheated.
You gotta put your hand back in, you can't get scared.
It's pudding.
Did you
That is correct.
I'm sorry. I cheated.
Can I use this to,
I
yeah.
cheated. I feel awful now. I mean,
If you are ready, please place your hand into the box for our tiebreaker.
Okay. I don't understand
it's cold.
what is, it's moving.
Stop it. Well, I'm moving it.
Oh.
This can't be what I think this is. This
All right,
can't be.
hold on. Okay, it's
This cannot be a fish. It
That
cannot
is
be a fish.
correct.
oh, it is.
It's dead. It's okay.
You're right.
Wow, that's a great game. That's so great.
Okay.
That's really
Michaela Martin,
great.
everybody.
Wow, I need to leave. Am
Well,
I done?
that did not happen during rehearsal, but
We didn't even see these in rehearsal. I thought we did.
well,
It
Mrs.
smells
Martin,
horrible.
we really appreciate you coming on.
Wow, that's
That's
bad.
probably the last time we'll have you.
I'm sorry.
We're going to be right back after a quick break to talk more with Stephen. Stick around.
Oh, so bad. You can smell it.
When it comes to gathering for the holidays, nothing beats Mama's home-cooked meals. That is, of course, except for Jiffy cornbread. Jiffy cornbread is so good, it'll make you smack your mouth.
Bring it on.
Jiffy cornbread, America's favorite.
Our next guest went from a star football player to recently starring in Romeo and Juliet. Please help me welcome the incredibly talented Stephen Scroggins. Wow, Stephen, it is so great to have you here.
Good to see you.
I know you recently starred in the production of Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, I did. Did you see it?
I heard it was amazing.
Oh. Well, did you see it like on YouTube or something?
No, I didn't get around to that.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for having me, Ryan.
Well, no, Stephen, please. I'm sure it was great.
I smell like a fish.
Well, yes. It still smells like fish in here, that is true.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask about your experience working on Romeo and Juliet. Who were you? Romeo or Juliet? Which one?
Well, I played Romeo because Juliet would be...
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
I know that was your first production, and already in a leading role, star of the show. How was your experience working on that?
It was fun. I wanted to do theater my senior year, because if you go to King's, you have to do theater because, I mean, it's a big deal. Look where we're sitting right now. So I wanted to do it. I thought I was going to get like tree number 3, but Mr. Schnack casted me as Romeo, and I had a really good time, and the whole cast just really brought me in and helped me out a lot. Michaela Martin sitting right there, Riley Nowicki, Zeb, Maddie B, Liv Bass. They're all so talented and helped me so much, and I just love doing it.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I know you have obviously done now shows on this stage, but you're also starting to act a little bit in films. Most recently, Studio 70's Star Wars Grey Trials. Now, it was a small role, but still a role.
Thanks.
And we actually have a clip. See if you can spot Stephen in Studio 70's Star Wars Grey Trials.
Servants of the dark side, Revan and Malik, turned against their masters, sparking a civil war. Jedi turned against Jedi, neighbor against neighbor.
There you go.
Wow! That's amazing.
Yeah, that's all Mr. Parenti.
Yes, it was an incredible film, and if you haven't checked it out, that is also on the King's Academy YouTube channel, and it's super exciting. But you did amazing, and looked like you were really fighting.
Yeah, thanks, Ryan.
It's great. Now, something interesting I was thinking about when I was, reflecting on my guests and what I would talk about with them is that you were actually one of my first friends here at the King's Academy. And I remember 9th grade, we had physics class together, and Stephen was like the first person to talk to me that whole day, like be super nice, and I never forgot that, and I just want to say thank you.
Thanks, dude. You're easy to be nice to. You're an awesome guy. No, Ryan, we've been friends for a while. We hang out, and even you went with me on one of my dates as like a third wheel, and that was a blast. You remember that? It was like Grandview Market and Drive Shack, and that was fun, right?
Yeah, I remember.
Dude, we should do it again.
Well, I just remember, getting a text, and it said, "Hey," it was from the girl. "I'm going on a date with Stephen," and I think I may have liked her at the time.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that.
Oh. Well, anyways, she texted me and said, "Hey, Stephen and I are going on a date. We're going to do like a group date thing so it's more casual and comfortable." Not sure for who, but I said, "Fine, I'll be there." And I show up, and she says, "Oh, well, everyone else canceled. It's just me, you, and Stephen."
Yeah. I do remember that.
Yeah, that was great. But that wasn't the part that bothered me. I've been a third wheel plenty of times. It's more the fact that suddenly the bill ended up in my hand.
Are you sure?
Oh, I'm certain. Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I'm certain.
That doesn't really sound like something I would do. Does that sound like something I would do? I mean, audience says yes, but I still say no. I don't think.
Well, I'm certain. And, I'm over it.
Now, Ryan, it seems like you're really not over it.
No.
No. Listen, I'm going to make it right to you, all right? How much do you think it was? Like $40?
Yeah, 40. Yeah.
Okay. Well, how about I give you hey, Jack, do you have like $40 on you by chance? Just give it to Ryan. I'll pay you back. I promise. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you. How's this? All settled?
I suppose so. Actually, I think that girl might be here in the audience tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Christina. You still owe me. Now, Stephen, I wanted to ask you about football. It says you've played football. I want to ask you about your... Who wrote about football? I don't know that I'm fit to do this interview. Football? I don't even know what these questions mean. Jack, would you mind just filling in for me here real quick?
Sure.
I don't really know much about football.
Jack.
Just come.
Yeah.
Do you want to just, take a seat here?
You can just sit right over
Oh, sure. Read the questions.
Yeah,
For sure. Awesome.
How you doing, Jack?
Good.
Good to see you.
This is nice.
Yeah. Ryan, you look good sitting over there.
Yeah.
Well, no. Better there, right?
Yeah, so we've played together for a long time now.
Yeah, since 8th grade.
That's true. They have. I've seen them play.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of great memories. Man. But, Steve and I, we were talking before the show. We'll never get to experience what it's like to sit in a student section with all our friends to watch a football game because we're always on the field. But Ryan knows what it's like to watch.
I do. That's true, yeah. I wouldn't say watching the games, but, I was there.
Why else would you go to a game?
It's a social event.
Okay.
Loser. Okay. We do have a new coach this year.
Yeah.
You've met him and talked to him. So
Yeah, Coach Mack. He's an awesome guy. I'm super excited about him. He comes from California. He's been a college coach, so he's just a great guy. And every conversation I've had with him, he's been so personable and just so great to me. And I'm a senior. I'm out the door, and he really has no reason to do that. But he's really just brought all the seniors in and made us feel super welcome. And I'm really excited about the direction that he's taking our football program.
That's awesome. We're really excited for the next guys coming up. Now, speaking of college, you're going to be playing college football.
Yeah.
At the Merchant Marine Academy.
I will not be playing college football.
Thanks, Ryan. So the Merchant Marine Academy. So you're going to be a Marine.
Well, no, I'm not gonna be like a Marine.
Oh, so then, what do you like the Navy or?
It's kind of like the Navy, but it's not really. It's not the Navy.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, whatever he's going to be doing, it's really awesome. We're really proud of him. Really looking forward to all that. That's awesome.
Thanks, Jack.
Yeah. Well, Ryan, I actually kind of like maybe next time we should just switch.
I think that's all the time we have.
Well, that is all the time we have for this interview. So we'll be right back. We'll be right back.
Remember, I'm your host, Ryan Cavanagh. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Unity is power. Power that breaks barriers. Power that overcomes obstacles. Unity reminds us that we are never alone, and that with each other, we can accomplish anything.
Well, during the break, our producer informed us that we're not being renewed for a second episode. It's hard, you work on a season like this for so long, and there has to be a season finale, and here we are.
It's bittersweet, Ryan. Mostly bitter.
Mostly bitter, yeah. I'll never forget that time, though, that Mrs. Martin came on.
Yeah,
she was so funny.
Oh my! That was the first episode.
It was. I think, first guest of the first episode.
Wow.
I forgot about that.
That's pretty cool.
And when Steven Scroggins was on?
Oh, with the fish?
He touched the dead fish. Oh my gosh. I can still smell it.
Yeah, I can too.
Oh, that was good.
That was also the first episode.
Yeah.
Man, that was a good episode.
I think we also owe a thank you to our audience. We've had loyal viewers who have come to, we have the same audience every episode. And it just means a lot that you would be there for this whole season, and we appreciate it.
A lot of work.
A lot of hard work, yeah.
Is this Mott's? This is good.
I think it's Welch's. You know, you always say you're not going to get emotional at these things, and then forgive me. Well, you know what? We actually have a montage of all of our favorite moments from TKA Tonight. Why don't we take a look? That was amazing, and just memories that we're never gonna forget.
It's the end of an era.
It is a very short era. And now it's time for our first ever musical guest.
And last.
That's true, last. She's got the voice of an angel, and she let us borrow her band for the night. She's performed all across Palm Beach County, at the Breakers, at the Kravis. She's performed in the Keys, and even in New York, and now she's made it to the big leagues tonight. Yes, please welcome Annie Matot and her Jazz Quintet.
I was walking along, minding my business, when out of an orange-colored sky, flash, bam, alakazam, wonderful you came by. I was humming a tune, drinking in sunshine, when out of that orange-colored view, flash, bam, alakazam, I got a look at you. Well, one look and I yelled timber. Watch out for flying glass, 'cause the ceiling fell in and the bottom fell out, and I went in a spin and I started a shot, I've been hit. This is it, this is it. I was walking along, minding my business, when love came and hit me in the eye. Flash, bam, alakazam, out of an orange-colored sky. Timber, watch out for flying glass, 'cause the ceiling fell in and the bottom fell out, and I went in a spin and I started a shot, I've been hit. This is it, this is it. I was walking along, minding my business, when love came and hit me in the eye. Flash, bam, alakazam, out of an orange-colored, purple striped, pretty green polka dot sky.
Matot Jazz Quintet. That was amazing. Wow, what a way to end our show. We want to thank our audience, and we want to thank you for watching at home. We'll see you tomorrow night. Nope. That's right. Thank you for watching this season. We appreciate it, and we hope you enjoyed the show.